Hi, I'm Thecia, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. Yes, I know I look silly. I don't care. It is cold out here. The coldest wasn't even supposed to get here for a couple of days, but apparently, okay, it's technically above freezing, but the wind chill is wicked, and we are in a wind chill warning, so it's kind of wicked out here. The pigs just had a snack. I gotta give them another snack, but we'll get it, I guess. I'm gonna try. Let me show you what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try to close up the A-frame here and see if I can. It's not going to be completely closed, but you can see I put some straw out there. I want to be able to, because we're supposed to get below below freezing, but below zero. So you can see where there's some straw in there, but I want to put more, and I want it to where they can actually have a good bedding. And so I'm going to try to figure out something to close up this end. I don't know what I'm going to do, how well it's going to work, but I will try it and see how it goes. Let's try this again. Well, I had to keep them distracted with a lot more food than what I had intended, but at least I can get some work done. That's not great, but it's not bad. That will hopefully at least keep some of the straw in, especially when I'm going to put another bale in there before the really bad cold gets here, and hopefully that'll help keep some of it in. We'll have to see. They've got it's completely open on the other side. And that's better than nothing. And we'll see, like I said, we'll see. I mean, because if they push from inside, it may not last long at all. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully it helps. All right, that looks fuller than it is. They'll get that fixed up. The boards have held up so far. That's good. I think I feel pretty good about them. I can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and fill up the water tonight after it gets above freezing. I believe it's supposed to get above freezing today. Yeah, and then I've got more of these rubber tub things, whatever those are, for water for the next 3 days when it is going to be not get above freezing. If you'll look, I usually do soaked feed. It's been freezing lately overnight, so for the next few days they're getting dry feed, and then they are getting extra, because if you think of when I do soaked feed, it's about half of a container and then filled up with water, and it does pretty good. Well, these are full containers. I figured they'll need a little bit more extra for the cold that's coming up. And if you look, Oscar has got a really nice coat on him, and I believe that the girls do too. Yeah, but Oscar's definitely got a good coat. We'll have to see. The girls look okay, but I think they're going to be okay for this cold weather coming up. All right, well, I've scared all the birds. They'll figure it out. This was more open than I liked, so I threw a bale of straw in there. They'll figure it out. They'll get it scattered out. I'll check it tonight when I do the evening chores, make sure it is scattered enough for them and they can get in and out of the weather. Because my young ones have not been trained to go into the mobile egg unit yet. So I will work on that sometime in the future. Oh, goodness, my dog startled me. Okay, and also I do soaked feed for these guys too, but instead I have taken out a bucket. Well, let me get in here so I can show you. Shoot, got tangled again. I do that sometimes. I do pretty good if I'm not wearing, hang on, goodness. Okay, I know everything's better if it's on camera, but I couldn't handle the camera and get untangled from that. I've got coveralls on this morning because it's cold, so therefore I don't have as much flexibility to get over this thing. Okay, back to this. We made these. There's 3 holes in the base of this bucket, and got the feed in there. Because I usually, like I say, I do soak feed for these guys too, but it's been freezing up at night. And I get a feeling none of my animals are getting quite enough food during the winter this year, which might have something to do with the fact that my egg production has been so low. So I've done that, let them free feed, I guess is what you call it. My kiddie pool died, so I think this is rubber. And I broke up the ice in this morning. Yeah, it's mucky. It's below freezing, so I can't really do anything with it right now, but in the evenings when it's still above freezing, then I change out the water there. Well, first they were chasing the deer. They chased a deer all the way up the hillside over there. But then what I was looking at just then was Beethoven saw a rabbit. Where was I? Oh, I had a hat on because when I was studying the weather this morning, it was saying that there was wind. I can do cold. I can't do cold wind. And it's particularly my ear. I got a mess of hair. My head doesn't get cold. My ears get cold. But I was out here hauling around all these straw and feed and stuff, and I got hot, so my hat's in my pocket. So I'll live with that. Ooh, cool. I think they're starting to check it out. My big rooster's doing his job, checking out and seeing what's in the chicken tractor. So he'll get them all in there pretty soon. He's already got one young lady with him. And they'll get that all spread out, and that'll give them some cover, not some cover, but a type of blanket to huddle down in tonight, I'm hoping. Okay, I have been throwing straw down here, and I've got him wound up. But I was listening to Nicole Sauce on her podcast, and she was saying that straw turns into a mucky mess. And you know what? It does. And apparently it does stink after a while. So she says she does wood chips. I have had a partial bale of it's not wood chips, it's wood flakes. And they'll scatter this out too. And they already have some straw up underneath over here. Now this isn't quite as open as it looks. There is a door here. There's a roof over this part. So they can, and there's a windbreak over there. So, oh, and another roof right here. So they can be out of the elements if they choose to. This is their best place to get in out of the north wind and stuff too. So I think they're going to be okay. And now that I've got these wood shavings down, that's what they're called. Imagine that. Then maybe this will work out for them also. This poor little gray one, she stays wound up. I think it's because, well, I think they call her like she's not happy in there with these other four because they don't treat her right. But so that means she may have to get processed somewhere down the road. I kind of hate it, but these four are my black slate, I think is what they're called. I'm trying to remember. These are the heritage birds that I have kept. Okay, now she's settling down and eating some more. That's good. So I believe these guys, and I have rubber tubs that I can use here for water too when it gets below freezing again. So these guys should be okay also. And these are my American breast chickens. Now, when I first got them, that's a piece of busted hardy board, and I had it on top, and they needed it because they weren't feathered out. But you could tell that they're getting feathered pretty good. In fact, they're about to have to go to the brooder shed here pretty soon because they're getting some size to them. But I left them overnight, and it got below freezing overnight. This is an unheated barn. And I watched them, and they didn't huddle and stuff. So I think now that they're getting feathered, they're actually going to be in better condition to take care of themselves. If tonight, when it starts getting down really cold, well, I think it's tomorrow night that's really supposed to get cold, I can put the hardy board back on them and keep the heat more enclosed for them. But they seem to be doing pretty good and growing well, except for one or two little ones. But most of the time, most of them are doing pretty good. So I believe they're going to be okay for this cold snap coming up too. On a side note, when the pigs kept getting out, they knocked the heat lamp over and they put it up against that, and it burned a big old hole in my brooder tub. So I believe my animals are in good condition. I have one more thing that I want to do, so that's not pertaining to animals, and I'll get that. I save these wood shavings and stuff, and the first one batch I put them over there where I had done the weed block, and the wind blew them off. But I've got a garlic bed that I've got another bag of wood chips, or not wood shavings, that I like to put them on, and it's not going to be enough maybe to keep them through the winter, but it might here the next couple of nights. You know, I swear there's been a lot of trains lately. Another one coming through. Okay, you can see where the pigs got in here. This is my garlic bed. In fact, you can see in a couple of spots where they're either already starting to come up, or like this one was probably not harvested properly. But I'm gonna throw some wood shavings on it. These are spent wood shavings that had some ducklings or some chicks or something on them, but so they'll have a little bit of nutrient as another train goes by. All right, that's not perfect at all, but it's not real great coverage, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I may come out here maybe sometime this afternoon or something, maybe actually throw some straw on top of this, but at least the wood shavings are not being wasted. It's dark over here, but you can see my water jugs. These possibly will freeze out here, but I can put them into the bathroom because it can be heated. It is heated whenever we're out there enough, and plus it's a concrete room and it kind of maintains a little bit. So I think that's 15 jugs of water there. That should get us through for a lot of things. And I don't remember how often I show you this, guys, but this is our concrete bathroom. It's concrete on above. It's all the walls are concrete. This is our tornado hidey hole. But this is also where I take showers now that I've got my bathroom in the trailer house mobile home taken apart. So I have a water heater here. I can use that for doing water. This is the sink. This is where we used to, the sink that we used to fill up the water jugs anyway. So if we need to, we could start stacking water jugs down the floor here and save them through that when it gets to below zero. So that's all I can think of right now. I know that we're never going to, sorry, I know we're never going to be completely ready. Kenzie and I have been we've been hustling to do laundry all day yesterday. We're probably going to try to do some more today. There's a couple other things I'm going to try to do to prepare for it. And you think, oh my gosh, do you not get cold weather here? Yeah, we get cold weather here, but things change every year. I have more animals this winter than I usually do. This cold snap is earlier than what it usually, and we've already had one or two. We had some real early hard freezes earlier this year, but this is just, so it's not necessarily an emergency, so to speak. It's just me trying to be prepared so it doesn't turn into an emergency. And I think I've done the best I can do. Tom says the pipes to the trailer house are already insulated. There's not much. We're going to drip water. We're going to do what we can there. If not, we've done without water before, and we'll be fine. You've seen the water jugs that I've got. So we should be good. I believe the animals are in better condition than they were, so I'm hoping this will all work out. We'll see. Okay, I think I'm as prepared as I'm going to be, so I'm going to try to, we'll see how it goes. I'll do a follow-up video and let you know how we did fare through the winter storm, but I think that's the best I can do. And sorry about my face. I fell. Sorry about my face. I fell and landed on my face. So it is what it is. Nobody's punched me or anything like that. I just landed on my face. So if you like this kind of thing, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and share this with some other people that might need a little bit of encouragement on what they need to be doing with their lives. No, I don't mean it that way. That trying to figure out what to do, trying to balance the aging process with continuing with your life maybe. So, just get up off the couch, guys, and live. Live until you die. God bless. We'll see you next time.